welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the new moon in Aquarius, which is on January 31st at 9:45 p.m. Pacific time, or February 1st, 12:45 Pacific Eastern time. Adjust for wherever you are in the world. And I am recording this right at the height of the new moon energy. And we will be working in this energy probably for the next 3 days or so. Feel free to take these messages as they resonate. And before I get into the new moon energy, the Lunar New Year energy, I want to thank everyone for being here and invite anyone who's new here to subscribe if I resonate with you as a reader. Also, if you're returning, thank you so much. Please do hit that thumbs up, drop a comment. It really does help the channel to grow, and I appreciate it so much. There will be an extended for this over on Patreon, so feel free to join us over in that community where I do extendeds for these readings as well as a host of other readings. So if I resonate with you, that's a great place to be. You can also follow me on Instagram. My calendar is also open for personal readings, and the links for all of those things are going to be in the description box below if you want to book a personal. The only way to do it is through that link, okay? If you have questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. What else do I want to say to y'all? I think that's it for logistics. So let's hop into the energy of the Aquarius new moon. So, what I'm feeling right now is, we are at the end of a Mercury retrograde. We're getting near to Mercury stationing direct. And so that is sort of when this energy of the stalling of communications and just sort of the difficult tension that Mercury retrograde tends to bring is at its height. But what I will say is, as we are coming to the end of that energy and through this new moon energy, which is a wonderful one for setting long-term intentions, a lot of people are starting to remember who they are and feel more like themselves. Starting to integrate some of the changes that have been happening on a soul level in terms of what we deem to be important in our lives, how our value centers are shifting, and starting to sort of integrate those into our outward experiences. And it might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first as we start to represent ourselves to the world, but it is necessary, and it is, I think, a worthwhile mission. Another thing that people might be feeling now is like a return to feeling like putting more energy behind projects that they've been working on. If there's anything that you sort of let fall to the wayside, you are going to be sort of re-encouraged and reinvigorated to pick those things up again. And complete or work toward completion of certain projects. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So let's hop into the reading. I'm excited for this one, y'all. Again, it's my birthday season. So let's see what messages I want to come through for the collective for the new moon in Aquarius. One more, please. Thank you. Okay, interesting. Yes, I love this. Okay. So strategy, reliability, and freedom. These are beautiful cards. All animal cards too. So interesting. So I think, again, if there are projects or like parts of your mission or things that you'd hope to accomplish, and this could be a wide range of things, but it's almost like you come up with a new strategy to bring those things to fruition at this time. Like it's almost like like you're feeling refreshed. You have new ideas. You're willing to try new ways of bringing things to fruition, of of completing something. And then you have reliability. That goes too for if you like sort of like fell off the face of the earth at the start of the Mercury retrograde. For some of you, it's even the start of the Venus retrograde. If you sort of like fell away and just were not available or didn't have the capacity to participate in certain things the way that you maybe previously had. This could be anything. Like some of you could have taken like long social media breaks, or just like not been as available to have conversations with friends and family, or maybe like had to take breaks from relationships and things. It's almost like you are reinserting yourself in those spaces. You're coming back into those spaces, and like in a way now where you can be more present. And if like there was like a project that you sort of flaked out on, or somebody flaked out on you, you might expect someone to return at the as this Mercury retrograde sort of like comes to an end and the energy comes to its height. You might expect somebody to return wanting to be reliable, and wonderful, right? I guess if that's what they are. But it's really what was happening is they had to come back into their power. They had to it's almost like they were feeling, you or someone else may have been feeling like constricted, or like sort of like the walls were closing in, too much responsibility, especially if it was becoming more and more difficult to come up with those strategies, or see a clear pathway to completion of a thing. And so the frustration behind that caused like an inward, like caused someone to like pull themselves inward. And so now it's almost like after spending that time inward, and getting more acquainted with like the core self, remembering what the whole point was in the first place. Like, why am I even doing this in the first place? That type of energy, like getting back in touch with that. Now this person comes back out with power, right? Comes back out with power and is ready to, they said, put me in the game, coach. They're ready to be in the game, ready to be in the game, ready to play, ready to work, ready to show up consistently, something like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and hop in. We're going to dive in with some tarot here. I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible, but y'all know how it goes. Okay. We're using the Star Tarot because it's Aquarius season. The Star is the Aquarius card, so I figured it was only appropriate to use the Star Tarot here. Okay. So let's see. Messages for the collective for the new moon in Aquarius, please. Messages for the collective for the new moon in Aquarius, please. That's two. Yeah. Someone's sorry they dipped out. Someone's sorry they dipped out. It's like it could be you, it could be somebody else. But like, yeah, somebody like went dark on you. They went dark on you. You didn't know what was going on. You went dark on somebody. They didn't know what was going on. But it was there was like a real depletion of energy. There was also like a fear of like not being able to do it. There was like a level of fear, like I'm not going to be able to accomplish this goal. I'm not going to be able to, I don't know. There's some sort of level of fear of not being equipped or something like that. But you know, it feels like almost like whoever this is worked through this energy This person worked through this energy to show up as King of Pentacles, to come back possibly with an apology, Princess of Cups, and show up as the King of Pentacles, like more whole, more responsible, more reliable, more available, more abundant, ready to give completely to a situation, ready to create here with the Empress card and match energy. Ready to finally like bring something full. Yeah, somebody had to get balanced. Somebody had to get emotionally balanced here with the King of Cups. King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Somebody was balancing not only their emotions, but balancing their finances here as well. Yes, and is now ready for a new start, a new beginning. Ace of Wands, ready for a fresh start. Coming in with passion, like raring to go. Like, all right, let's create this thing. Let's do this. Like, let's get it done. I have everything. I have everything that I need now. Somebody might have also been overcoming some addictions or some toxicity in their lives here with the Devil card in reverse, and then the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there was some like underneath of the surface, there was a lot of like, there was a lot being hidden, is what I can say. Whoever this person is was hiding a lot and was really afraid for whatever imbalances they were experiencing in their life, or even creating for themselves in their life, to come out. They had a lot of secrets here. Seven of Swords at the Moon card. There were a lot of secrets here, and much of it was under the surface. But it was the secrets that were keeping. They were keeping this person in this indecisive energy. So if there was like you didn't really understand, like you didn't understand why something wasn't happening, or like why aren't you showing up, and like you just didn't have all of the information, this is because there was a lot going on underneath of the surface that there were, and it could have to do with, it had to do with some sort of like something that this person was bound to, some sort of toxic thinking, toxic behavior, or just it could be addiction. Something was going on with this person that they had to get clear on. It was creating an imbalance in their life, and they had to get clear on it. So that they could not only balance themselves materially, get into a level of like material stability, maturity. Some of them it's like just get their money in order, and then also their emotions. Their emotional body was out of whack, so they couldn't even. There was like a level of not being able to communicate here. It was just not being able to communicate, not being able to create here, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and not wanting anybody to see that. Not wanting anybody to see it. Not wanting anybody to really know what was actually going on. Kind of like this Eight of Wands here, like not... it was like communicating about everything except what was important, right? Communicating about everything except what was important. Then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is like mind games and manipulation, right? That's mind games and manipulation. Yeah, this person was talking about everything, like kind of like spinning these tales to make it look like everything was great, everything is fine, everything is going well, everything's on the up and up here. Meanwhile, there was like this level of internal dissonance is the best way that I can say it. It was like an internal dissonance that they were struggling really to sort of bring into harmony, and they couldn't do it because it was all happening internally. There was so much that needed to be brought back into order, so much that needed to be healed through. Thank you. There was a level of like spiritual growth that needed to happen here as well. this person could have also been like, it had some sort of toxic relationship or connection in their life, that needed sort of to end in order for them to show up for themselves the way that they needed to show up for themselves, right? For some it was a needing, or it could be both, right? Needing this level of like spiritual growth, coming into closer connection with ancestors, guides, angels, and the divine, right? Really connecting into source from that crown chakra. And for others, it was needing to let go of a toxic situation completely, some sort of toxic commitment that they had going on. I don't know, whoever the relationship was with, it needed to be let go of because it was causing the relationship could have been long gone, but holding on to the trauma of it here with this 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, that could be something. But whatever this person was going through, that's what was causing the lack of ability to show up in a way that felt consistent and reliable. It's what kept this person emotionally and financially unavailable or something like that. Like they just were not present for whatever it was that was trying to be created here with the Empress card. Let me keep going here just for another round. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, they like it, and like I said, it was keeping them indecisive. It was keeping them indecisive. They also couldn't see themselves very well. Somebody couldn't see themselves very well. It was almost like they were doing like all of the. Remember how I said they were like spinning all these tales that like sort of obfuscated the truth, right? They were doing that to themselves too, right? They couldn't see the truth themselves. They couldn't see their own reflection in order to make a clear assessment as to where they were, right? All these swords out here. This person was largely in their head. They weren't communicating about any of this. The 2 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, with the 7 of Swords, 9 plus 5 is 14. That's 5 of Swords. Yeah, mind games and manipulation. They were trying to manipulate a situation to so that they would be able to keep their secret. Whoever this is was dealing with a lot of ego, and there's an ego death that's happening for this person, or has happened for this person as they sort of come into this more mature energy. Yep. Judgment card. This person's coming back to life. They had an awakening, or are having an awakening. There's a spiritual awakening happening here that's sort of opening them up to a broader vision for their future, allowing see these butterflies here, allowing them a transformation that's going to bring them into alignment with a greater vision for their life. Because they're able to let some things go. Queen of Swords, they're able to cut some things out that weren't serving, right? And not really feel bad about it. Yeah, walking away from things that aren't serving. 8 of Cups. Walking away from things that aren't serving toward something that's brighter, toward the North Star, toward something that's more beautiful, toward something that feels more fulfilling, towards something that it feels more rewarding, towards something that feels like it's speaking to the soul, right? The 5 of Pentacles just flew out. One more, please. Just one more. Thank you. And the 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. This person's getting over feeling like they didn't have enough to show up, like they weren't good enough. Feels like a little bit of like I'm getting a little bit of imposter syndrome, a little bit like of low self-worth, self-esteem. But honestly, it's because they had attached themselves to all of these things that sort of were hidden under the surface. They didn't want anybody to know about, but those were the things that were causing the self-doubt. This person may have felt like embarrassed about embarrassed by their circumstance, embarrassed that they, like, if they were, like, you know, down bad financially or something like that. They were embarrassed about their circumstances. But also at the same time trying to like, just like sort of struggling to find balance and not really knowing how to do it, because that's the thing. There was no way to help. There was no help here, because everything was happening internally. Everything was happening internally, and it looks like it does look like this person was able to come to. Was able to grow through this experience, but it was like, but it was a, they might have had a really dark moment here. There might have been a really dark moment here. Thank you. The Magician card. They might have had a really dark moment here, but now they're, but again, like through the trial, they were able to accumulate the tools that they needed in order to come back into the power of being a master co-creator in their life, right? They were able to come back into that power of manifestation, bring themselves back into balance. You see all these yin yangs here. Bring themselves back into balance. And they're now ready. They're now about to step into, thank you. They're now about to step into the year of the tiger with passion, ready to take action, ready to go for theirs, right? It's like their courage is restored, their bravery is restored, their sense of focus balanced with the sense of ferocity. All of that has been restored. All of that has been restored, and so they're ready now. They're ready now, but whoever this is went through a serious trial to get to where they are now, so that they can show up in the way that's needed in order to bring something to fruition, to its full fruition or to completion. Okay. Ooh. I'm proud of this person. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a Shaman's Dream Oracle and see. We'll wrap this up here. Okay, that was weird. That was like an odd shuffle, but I'm going to take that card. Gathering around, the power of community. This person was trying to do it on their own, and now they're ready to come back into community. I think they had to, like I'm getting big hermit energy here. They had to remove themselves in order to deal with what was causing the internal dissonance. They had to sort of get to the root of the noise, the source of the noise. And the source of the noise could have been past trauma. The source of the noise could have been like ongoing toxic behaviors or addictions. The source of the noise could have been any number of things, self-doubt, low self-worth. But they had to understand the source of the noise in order to bring themselves into harmony, so that they could show up to community and sort of like be a contributor to the band. Like you want to be in the band. You gotta come like with your instrument tuned. Thank you, Spirit. So they had to get their instrument tuned up. Okay. So let's see. 26, gathering around. It says, the power of community, being safe and secure, allowing help. There are times when you need positive reinforcement from others. Perhaps your journey has made you tired just before reaching the proverbial finish line where your friends await to cheer your arrival. Know this, you are not alone, regardless of whether you think you are. People gather around to help you with your next step as you bring it forth from the cosmos into the beauty of life. There has never been another you before, and you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, communities, and all those who gathered to help you in the unseen realms. Now is the time to allow assistance from others. Ask for it and trust that you will receive it. You are safe and secure right now in this moment, truly supported in your beautiful, amazing, complicated life. You are heard by angels, witnessed by the divine, and loved. Yes, loved, now and always by life itself. Whatever your query, you will find the help you need to achieve what you desire, and you will not have to do this alone. Count on it. Okay, that is the message that I have for you. I do hope that it resonated with someone out there. Yeah, please come on over to Patreon for the extended if you are so inclined. But if this is where we leave things, please know I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.